Welcome to the American Dream, a show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city, that now spans positive media all across the country, real stories in real neighborhoods. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, and here's the American Dream. Welcome to the American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're going to live in.
High-rise luxury living.
People are the vehicle, people are the connection, people are the expansion.
Helping folks just like you find your dream home.
It just never disappoints.
Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. The opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations.
It's the American Dream.
Welcome to American Dream. I'm your host, Tamara Williams, and today we're here in beautiful Bozeman, Montana. Constantly rated as one of the world's best places and one of the country's healthiest cities. So come on, let's take a look at Roundhouse Sports. So I have Larry Merkel, owner and founder of Roundhouse Sports, and we're gonna ask him, what made you start Roundhouse?
Really, the ultimate reason, I was really involved in skiing. Skiing was one of the greatest adventures in sports that I had ever participated in, and wanted to get more involved, and selling product seemed to be the way to go.
So Larry, what brands resonate the most with you and your customers?
Well, Tamara, there's a lot of lines that resonate a lot. I'd probably say Solomon is today one of the biggest. But over the years, there's lots of different brands that we sell, from Rossignol, Stokely, Blizzard, Obermeyer, North Face. We test and use all the brands that we sell, so that helps us establish what resonates the best with customers.
How do you make sure your customers are ready for their next big adventure, no matter what that is here in Bozeman?
We need to kind of find out what they really want, what they do, and then based upon the experience that our staff has, the training that our staff has, we can start to narrow it down pretty fast to what really will best suit them. And that's in all categories, whether it's clothing, skis, bikes, any of those categories. It's really researching it with the customer to what they need.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time today, and we hope you guys have an incredible season this year.
Thank you, Tamara, very much.
So I have Ryan and Marina with me, and what people may not know is that Roundhouse Sports is a family-owned business, and I was hoping I could talk to both of you and find out why Bozeman.
It was a great place in the valley. It offered many things, from hiking to biking to skiing, a lot of camping. The rivers are all around here. It's just 2 minutes in your vehicle and you're right in the middle of the mountains. People bring it here, their families here, or the wildflowers, the wildlife. It's just a good place.
And what makes Bozeman stand out from other places in the country in terms of business?
With the entries to our national parks just hours away. You know, Yellowstone, we're only 45 minutes to an hour from the gates of Yellowstone National Park. We have an airport, an international airport here in the valley. We're right on I-90, easy to get here, and it's easy to leave.
Very true. So now that we have finished exploring Roundhouse Sports, we're gonna head to downtown Bozeman, where we're gonna explore the Main Street to the Mountain Trail systems. And if you were lucky enough to purchase one of these Scott or Cannondale bikes, we might be seeing you there. So we're here at the Main Street to the Mountains Trail system, where it connects downtown Bozeman to our mountains, and we're gonna go explore. Thank you so much for joining us today at Main Street to the Mountains Trail System and Roundhouse Sports. We love supporting local companies that fuel our Bozeman lifestyle. I'm your host, Tamara Williams with American Dream.
Welcome to the banks of the Snake River. Today we're going to float the river, do a little fly fishing, and enjoy a delicious meal, all while exploring an area the locals call the West Bank. I'm Ashley DePrisco, and welcome to the American Dream in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Let's go. All right, let's meet our guide today, JB with Fish the Fly. JB, I know you're the best, but tell us what's up.
Awesome, thanks so much, Ashley, I appreciate it. Psyched to float the river with you today. I'm the owner of Fish the Fly Guide Service. We run fishing trips here on the Snake, also in Yellowstone Park and in the backcountry, and then do some scenic float trips. Yeah, it's a hot one. I think we ought to get to the river.
Let's do it.
Yeah, awesome, thanks. This is a great stretch of the river. It's got amazing Teton views, a nice long stretch, but it's also braided. It kind of separates out into the valley, and you can go into all these little side channels and have all these different experiences.
What is it about Jackson that you find so special?
It's just the connection to the outdoors. The public land access that we have here is just kind of unparalleled. You really can't beat that, especially in this day and age. That's kind of disappearing. So I like to say Jackson's the National Geographic show.
All right, so what's the trick to catching a big fish?
Basically 3 things: the cast, the mend, and the hook set. We can do those 3 things, and I think we'll be in good shape.
Is that something you can teach me?
I think so, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So in our business, we've got a lot of different options to go fly fishing. I mean, we could fly fish here on the Snake, we can go to the Green or the Salt. We also do wade fishing trips up in the backcountry, where you hike into a small little creek, you don't really see anybody. And then we also go up into Yellowstone Park, and that becomes kind of more of a combination sightseeing, fly fishing thing, just because of the drive from here. Well, it might be the most beautiful drive in the country, in my opinion, at least.
Hey, do you mind pulling over? There's my business partner and Dad. Hey, Dad.
Hi, Ashley, how are you?
Good. How was the property showing today?
It was really good. Really a nice couple.
Did you catch any fish yet?
No, nothing yet. Still working to catch that elusive trout. It keeps getting me.
Oh, man. You in the mood for a bison burger?
I think that's a great idea. I'm
All right,
starved.
let's go.
All right.
We can thank Tori tonight for this beautiful spread. Tori, you are doing amazing things with your business, Teton Lunch Counter. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, definitely. It's all locally sourced food right here in the valley. And the best part is that it comes in these reusable containers. So by the end of the summer, we'll prevent 40,000 single-use plastic containers from landing in the landfill. Oh, we're really excited. We're going to open a deli in the town square. It's right here in Jackson Hole, and just to feed more people and support more growers, producers, ranchers, and farmers.
Well, thank you for doing what you're doing, and this is incredible. I'm hungry.
Yeah, let's eat a bison burger.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
What a beautiful evening. I'm Ashley DePrisco. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'll see you on my next episode of American Dream TV in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Nestled amidst the stunning landscape of the Bridger Mountains and Gallatin Valley lies a treasure trove of outdoor adventures that cater to both Bozeman residents and visitors alike. In this segment, we'll dive into the heart of the Main Street to Mountains trail system, where urban living seamlessly blends into the great outdoors. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana. Bozeman's trail system offers an incredible range of outdoor recreational opportunities. Whether you're an avid hiker, mountain biker, cross-country skier, or just seeking a serene escape in the middle of your workday, Bozeman's trails cater to everyone's sense of adventure. The trail system is maintained in part by Gallatin Valley Land Trust, or GVLT. Chet, thank you so much for joining us today. Can you explain a little bit more about the extent of the trail system throughout Bozeman?
Sure, thank you. The extent of the trail system in Bozeman is a real amenity for the community. It stands at just about 100 miles of trails in what we call the Main Street to the Mountain system. GVLT is proud to have helped catalyze and create a lot of those trails, and we do maintain a portion of them, but I would be remiss not to acknowledge the City of Bozeman and the Forest Service and other nonprofit groups that help maintain the trail system.
With nearly 100 miles of trails that stretch all throughout town, Bozeman residents have a world of nature at their fingertips. Now, Chet, I know that the GVLT has been making efforts to extend those trails into new neighborhoods. Can you tell us more about those initiatives?
We recognize that Bozeman is growing, and GVLT has a goal that in 30 years, every single person in Bozeman live within a 10-minute walk of one of our Main Street to the Mountains trail networks. So we're involved in subdivision development, reviewing new subdivisions to make sure that they have great trails within those subdivisions, but also connect to their neighbors. And we're involved in trying to reach neighborhoods that have never had trails. Some of the longest, oldest neighborhoods in town still don't have connection to the trail system, and we're working hard to remedy that.
Fantastic. Chet, it is very clear that these trails are immensely popular. Can you talk a little bit more about the popularity and maybe what your favorite trail is?
Sure. These trails get more than 1,000 uses each every day.
Wow.
We think that those 3 trails have more than 1 million uses a year. For a town of 50,000 people, that's remarkable. GVLT is working to understand how do we create more trails in great locations? How do we also create a more tolerant use of the trails and try and dispel some of the conflict that's out there and make it a kinder experience for people on the trails. My favorite trails, I have 2. Okay. I've always had 2. I live pretty close to the Drinking Horse Trail, and it's one of my favorites. I love the view. I love the places that it goes in. GVLT just worked really hard this year to revamp that trail, and so I've loved going out there and watching the repairs and now the current condition. And by far, I think my favorite trail is also Triple Tree. And it's farthest from my house, but I find myself driving there once a week.
Right, it's beautiful. Our trails can oftentimes be more than beautiful landscapes. They can provide a canvas for creativity. The Bumblewood Thicket Fairy Village is in its 4th year. Let's go take a look. It's evident that our community cherishes its connection to nature, but our trails are often more than just breathtaking landscapes. They also provide a canvas for creativity. Tucked away on one of these trails, you'll discover the magical Bumblewood Thicket Fairy Village. This joint venture by GVLT and Random Acts of Silliness, a local theater and visual arts organization, is now in its 4th year and contains incredible works of art by local artists. This captivating display of fairy homes and businesses have such intricate details and imaginative spirit. It's become a beloved activity for families in town. So as we come to the end of our journey through Bozeman's trail systems, remember, you might not always need to journey far to find adventure. It might be right outside your door. I'm Nicole Toronto. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.
Welcome to The Last Best Place. My name is Leah Lindsay. I'm your host of American Dream TV, Montana, the last best place, the treasure state, big sky country, the land of the 406. And tonight we're going to discover all kinds of great things about the fastest growing small city in the United States of America. Let's come to this music festival and meet the former mayor. Boundless adventure awaits you in one of the most beautiful places on Earth. Surrounded by the crown of the continent, Glacier National Park, and just minutes to Flathead Lake, the largest freshwater lake west of the Mississippi, you will discover Kalispell, Montana. You'll fall in love with downtown and the vibrant culinary scene. But most of all, the heart of Kalispell is its people. Truly, the beauty will leave you in awe. However, the lifestyle and culture will reel you in. We have an opportunity to visit with Pam Carbonari. In the last 30-plus years, Pam has really helped form the way Kalispell is today. Let's take a walk along the Parkline Trail with Pam, where you'll experience downtown Kalispell and stunning views of the Flathead Valley. So this is Pam Carbonari. She is the Executive Director of the Kalispell Downtown Association and City Council.
City Council for 8 years.
Mayor of the City of Kalispell, Montana.
For another 8 years.
And we're talking about Kalispell. What is so great about Kalispell, Montana?
I loved being able to go downtown Kalispell and just walk the streets. It's always been such a friendly place to be. The area, and Kalispell being the heart of Flathead County, we have so much that you can do here. Glacier National Park, Foy's Lake, Flathead Lake.
In fact, I was reading that there are over 269 named bodies of water in Flathead County.
And isn't that bizarre? The views that just are drop dead gorgeous, you know?
Yeah. When you've got the Continental Divide, the Rocky Mountain front, right?
Absolutely.
Right along the largest freshwater lake this side of the Mississippi.
West of the Mississippi, yep.
You said there were a little over 12,000 people when you moved here.
Yep. Now we're looking at 25,000 population-wise, but daily we serve a population of about 50,000. Then we have community events. You know, like all summer long we've had music playing at Depot Park. So right now we're walking on the Parkline Trail, and this used to be our railroad.
We can even see some of the
old track, yes, and the old train depot. You know, keeping and maintaining our historic past is something that I think we're all committed to also. And because it's part of who we are, it's our history, and it can become and is a part of our future.
Thanks for joining me today on American Dream TV Montana. I'm your host, Leah Lindsay. From Montana Property Angels, we'll see you in the big sky.
Welcome to beautiful Bozeman. In a town of less than 100,000 people, surrounded by 4 mountain ranges, it's easy for the hidden gems of this town to get overlooked. But today, we're going to discover one such gem right here in the historic Bozeman Brewery District. And you might be surprised what we find brewing. Then we'll take it up the mountains with us. I'm your host, Kirsten Daniels, and this is The American Dream. Bozeman has seen exponential growth in the last couple of years. and this north side is no exception. Established in 1895 with historic homes, tree-lined streets, and easy access to Main Street, it's easy to see why this area is in high demand. But my favorite thing about this area isn't that at all. It's the independent shops, restaurants, stores, and even galleries that you can find. Today we're gonna visit one of my very favorite coffee shops in the whole world. Let's check it out. I'm here with Natalie Van Duzen, the founder and co-owner of Treeline Coffee. Thank you so much, Natalie, for taking the time. It's a pleasure being here. How was Treeline born?
Yeah, well, I was on a motorcycle trip in South America back in 2008, and I met with a coffee farmer and grower down there who showed me all of the intricacies of growing coffee and then showed me how to roast it. And I just fell in love with roasting coffee. And when I came to Bozeman, I had this idea of building a coffee business that really highlighted and showcased the growers as well as the roasting process, so customers could learn more about their cup of coffee.
That's amazing. So it came out of a relationship, really, for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. And so with your growers today, do you have relationships still?
We do, yeah. Not with that one in particular, but we do have relationships with many of our growers from all over the world, and we try and travel to visit them and get to know them and buy from them year over year. And then more recently, we've invested a lot of our energies in buying from female growers and supporting them in our industry.
Can you find a lot of female growers in the world?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of women growing coffee, but it's certainly not as easy to come by. Women in our industry at large are underrepresented. So when I started the business 10 years ago, there were only 12% of coffee roasters in the US were women. And now it's about double that, so there's definitely more of us at it. But I think it's important to support women in our industry, and so we've definitely worked toward doing that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to show us a little bit about roasting coffee?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I'd love to. Here you go. Enjoy your adventure.
Thank you so much, and thank you for taking the time to talk with us and share about Treeline today. Now that I've got my fuel, let's take this tree line up to the tree line. We're heading up into Bridger Canyon, which is one of the playgrounds for those who live in Bozeman. You've got everything from downhill skiing, cross-country skiing, hiking, mountain biking, fishing, you name it, the outdoor enthusiast can find it out here. There's a beautiful 10-acre parcel I can't wait to show you. Not a lot of land available up here anymore, so it's a pretty cool opportunity. I can't think of a better way to spend the afternoon than right here in Bridger Canyon. Thank you so much for sharing the afternoon with me. I'm your host, Kirsten Daniels, and this is The American Dream.
Welcome to The American Dream, where we discover the lifestyle, culture, and real estate across America. Today, we're in the beautiful Bitterroot Valley of Montana. I'm Craig Cyphers.
And I'm Erica Cyphers, and we'll be your hosts of today's episode of The American Dream. Lewis and Clark traveled through this picturesque valley nearly 220 years ago. The horse played a huge part in the settlement of the West, and today we're going to speak with horseman Jerry Cox and his wife Kathleen Castle. So let's go ahead and go up and meet them.
Let's go out to Mountain House Stables. Hey, Jerry.
Yeah, Craig.
Hey, we're missing Kathleen.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's chairman of the rodeo committee, and they're having the county fair. She's down there running that today. So.
Well, good for her. Well, hey, thanks for taking your time today to share a little bit of your passion. Tell me, how did you get involved in training horses?
Oh, it was kind of a natural transition for me. My granddad, my uncles, they were all horse breakers when I was a kid, and I watched them, and they broke thousands of horses for the local ranches over there in Washington. So it was just kind of by nature. I always wanted to be a cowboy or a horseman, and I just chased that passion.
Well, that's what you call sure lifestyle. What happens here at the Mountain House Stable?
Well, we do all kinds of fun stuff. We put on all kinds of classes and clinics, and we'd give lessons, and we have all kinds of world-famous horsemen come here and put on clinics all the time. We've had 17 world champion horsemen right here at our little place.
Oh, that's terrific. Well, if you want to know more about Jerry Cox, horseman, or Mountain House Stables here in Corvallis, Montana, all you have to do is Google them. They're all over social media. Hey, let's go check out some real estate.
All right.
All right.
I'm with you, Craig.
Tell us, how did you find yourself in the Bitterroot?
Well, our daughter went to college in Missoula, and we used to come over to visit her all the time. And then one day she said, let's drive down to Hamilton and just go see what that looks like. So we drove down to the Bitterroot Valley, and I remember breaking out around Florence there and looking south. And I told my wife, I said, man, I could live here.
So you've done a marvelous job here of adding so many great elements, which really, you know, the home in a lot of respects revolves. Tell me a little bit about what we're looking at.
Yeah, this is just kind of an aisleway. It used to be a drive-through garage. What we use it for is just a meeting room for when we do horse events. We have people come in, and we have coffee, and we have a little kitchenette. Then we have a meeting here and kind of get people lined out with what we're about to do for the day.
And you got a great tack room right here.
Yeah, we converted one of these horse stalls into a tack room, so I keep several saddles and all my bridles and stuff in there. And
so you also have places for people to stay when you have events here.
Yeah, we have 2 bedrooms here that we rent out for our horse events, and then we have a public bathroom here. And when we have bigger events, we bring in the porta potties.
And right over here, we have just kind of a sitting room, and then the hobby sewing room.
Yeah, it's a kind of back on the back corner. Kathleen has a corner desk there where she does all of her sewing. She can just see a wraparound view while she's working.
Unbelievable views down the South Valley, all the way past. Down here, we have the owner's suite. That's a huge bedroom.
It is. Yeah. I always say you can have mini bike races. It's that big.
Well, we had a wonderful time here today at Mountain House Stables. It was good talking with Jerry. We were sorry that Kathleen had to go run the rodeo, but it was a pretty good run. Did you enjoy growing up here, did you?
Oh gosh, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Look at those views, and the sense of community that we have here is amazing.
Well, I'm Craig Cyphers.
And I'm Erica Cyphers. Thank you for joining us on the discovery of the Bitterroot Valley, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode of The American Dream.
See you then.
I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American Dream.